Well, we have a cold night in the Northeast. A bad evening to be without a parka, but we are set for football at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Miami Dolphins and the New York Jets. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give them 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, where that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. After the penalty, it's Elliott. Give him 5 yards there, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15. Now Elliott. Oh, Elliott going to be hit. He coughs it up. Loose football. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think.
And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Saquon Barkley, his 3rd touchdown now on the year as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Elliott good on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now, but the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. DeForest Buckner in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Here we go, 50, Mike 50.
On 3rd down, Jackson. And he's going to go down again. Jadeveon Clowney, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
It's a return of 4 following a 42-yard punt, and it'll be Dolphin football. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Barkley on 1st down, going to work his way forward only for about a couple there. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And he gets gets this all the way inside the Jets' 20 into the red zone. 38 yards on the scamper there. He's off to a great start here in this first quarter. It seems like this defense is probably going to have trouble containing him.
I would agree with that. I love the observation. And here's the thing. Their game plan coming to fruition. You knew that they came in thinking that they could run it, and now they're proving that they can and doing it in a big way.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
On second down, Mayfield again. And his throw here's incomplete. He was trying to get it to Tyreek Hill that time. But now it's third down. So back-to-back incompletions. Third down here in 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
But that was certainly an aggressive call and an aggressive play. Instead of just going for the first down, took the shot in the end zone, went for the touchdown.
And on third down, they said, forget about the sticks. We want 6. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And things haven't started so well for this side. 2 drives, 2 punts.
So now you've got to start looking not just at play calling, but which guy's going to step forward and say, okay, let's get this thing done. Because within that unit of 11, sometimes one guy can make a big-time play and break through the barrier.
Give them 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10. They'll run with Elliott. Well, the pretty move couldn't create much space. Down just beyond the 35. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. On 2nd and 9. Jackson, he's going to rifle one deep left side. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 26. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. So more problems here in this first quarter. Already 2 scores down, and here they give away the football.
And if I'm the head coach, I think it's time to start lighting a fire under some of these guys. Now, you have to do it within your personality. They can't perceive it as fake. But I'd go get after some guys because they don't look ready to play to me. They look flat, uninspired. It's time to get moving.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They're looking sharp, out early to a 10-zip lead and looking for more as they've got it 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Here's Mayfield. He dumps it off to Barkley. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A Miami 1st down, that one going for a gain of 11. First down, Mayfield. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. He got 29 yards that time. 10-0 the score after one on EA Sports. Mayfield on first down. He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. Larry Ogunjobi in for the sack. So second and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range.
No. Point it right.
Mayfield. And that one was nearly picked. Not sure he was accounting for the free safety. Now it brings up third down. Charles, he doesn't seem to be particularly in tune with his receivers, just 2 for 7 throwing the football, but he did seem really locked in before the game.
Yeah, and that has to do with receivers sometimes. Sometimes the defenders knock them off their routes.
Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'd be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. The penalty yards marched off as they'll try again on second and goal. Mayfield now. Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. The catch good for 6 yards, but now it's third and goal. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes third and goal. From the gun, Mayfield. Flushed out right. And that is caught, but the back judge right there to say incomplete. And the Jets defense making things difficult there. Fourth down. And Elliott puts this one through. And that'll push the lead up to 13-0. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Here's Elliott, and they're able to get this one across the 35. Give them 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first. So from the 36 now, first and 10. From the gun, Jackson. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And he's going to get this into enemy territory at the 45. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another first and 10.
Key in 21. Let's go one more.
Jackson from the shotgun. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a second and 10. Out of the gun, it's Elliott.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. To throw on third down, Jackson. And that will be incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a fourth down decision.
And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. So it's not an NFL record, but it's not far off. That'll go in the books as a 61-yard field goal.
And wasn't it weird to see a guy line up for a field goal on the other side of midfield? The ball got halfway there, and you thought, no way, it's not going to make it. But it just kept carrying and carrying, and he winds up sneaking it right over the bar.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super toe.
A first down throw from Mayfield. Finds his tight end Ingram. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Dolphins first down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
It's a 9-yard pickup on the play. And it'll be second and about a yard to go for the first. And again, it's Mayfield. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Tyreek Hill with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. Elliott good with a PAT. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And now the clock reads precisely 1 minute to go in the half. You want to run the 1-minute offense? This is a good test right here.
It certainly is, and definitely not a time to think about kneeling and going into the half. This is a chance to attack a little bit, but not having to get everything in one shot either. 10 yards here, 15 there. Work the sidelines, work the clock, give yourself a chance for at least a field goal going into the half.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up, 2nd and 10. To throw again, Jackson. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 47. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line.
You're trailing, you're trying to get points late in the half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with. Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. Greedy Williams picks it off.
And Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop him with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. After the sack on first down, Jackson hit, and he lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. Escaping the pressure right. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Kwan Williams. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Good starting field position for the Dolphins as they have it 1st and 10 at the 40.
Let's go.
Following the interception, Mayfield. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. On the draw, this is Barkley. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter. The kick by Elliott is good. So a late turnover leads to a quick drive, and in turn that quick drive leads to 3 points.
So someone makes a mistake, but how about the other side learning from that mistake, taking care of the ball, and making sure they put some points on the board? Well done.
Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. So we've reached halftime here, and it's the visiting Dolphins taking a lead to the locker room. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Dolphins in front, and they'll be in possession of the football first as the second half gets started. This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead, give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Regular. Hey, wahoo!
58 for Mike, 58.
Play action now. Here's Mayfield. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending the guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned because...
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Buster Screen. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
I'm going back to you.
Let's go.
And here's another tackle made at the line. So they're converging well on the football now. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10. So now 3rd and 10. A big play to start the drive, but nothing since. And Ingram hauls it in. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 28.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
Barkley on first down, running into a wall as he's stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. Larry Ogunjobi there to make the tackle. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Mayfield, he'll find Metcalf. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. They'll wind up losing a full 10 yards on the play. And it'll make this a 2nd and long. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. DK Metcalf, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. Elliott good on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
Mike is a 15. Check Mike 50. Mike 50. Mike 50. Check.
On 2nd and 12, Jackson eluding the pressure right. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Jackson now steps away to his left. He may try and run for this. And he'll take this to the other side of bounds. Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Jackson. That one complete to Elliott. 14 yards is the pickup there and a Jet 1st down. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. To throw is Jackson. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. 26 yards on the play there. Here's Jackson to throw. And now here's another interception. Able to get there and pick it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
All day. 58.
They'll try to run it in with Elliott. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Back now here on EA Sports. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. They'll try again with Elliott. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
It's now 3rd and goal.
3rd and goal, Jackson. And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. From 3 yards out. And the Jets capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Lutz with the extra point. And the lead now down to 20. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
18 big yards on that one, and a Miami first.
And the Dolphins first down.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another first and 10.
Big series right here. We got to step it up.
Alert, 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 alert. Watch out.
Throwing, Mayfield. He'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. A good pickup there of 20 yards. Mayfield now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's first and 10. Gets this to Isabella on the jet sweep. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Miles Jack there to make the tackle. On second down, Barkley. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a third and about 4. The Dolphins on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is third and 4. Mayfield to throw it. Flush to his right. Able to find Isabella. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. Well, they were in search of a short gain on third down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. 3 red zone trips have yielded just 2 field goals for them to this point, so they'll be searching for something more on second and goal here. Able to power through. That ball complete to Isabella. And a loose football, and it's scooped up by the Jets. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down. So still backed up, but the situation not as dire now. First and 10 at the 14. Flushed out right, and he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. After the incomplete pass, here now is second and 10. Now Jackson throwing again. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. The Jets on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is third and 10. Jackson will throw again. Dancing to his left. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Watch out for Hill on the return. Whoosh! A big boot that time. 57 yards, the official distance. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. So good starting field position for him here as they come up first and 10 at the 45. Now an open man. That's the tight end, Gesicki. It's complete. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. A Miami first down on the 14-yard pickup. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up first and 10. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. That'll be a gain of 15 yards. And now it's first and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. A first down carry for Barkley won't lead to much as he'll take this forward for maybe a yard. It's second down. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a second and 9. With a lead late in the fourth, but Mayfield's going to throw it. Escaping the pressure right. Now Mayfield lost the football, and it's scooped up by the Jets. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk-reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
So it should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about it anymore.
It's a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be second down. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. From the shotgun, a give to Elliott. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves them with a 3rd and 3. Jackson looking to throw on 3rd, eluding the pressure right. Going to throw right side here, complete. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Jackson. And he's got his man on the out route. And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
Out of bounds at the 26-yard line. A 7-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Jackson. Flush to his right. Now a desperation throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Jonathan Cyprien. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just one kneel here, and this game should be over.
And it's always the final play of preparation each week. The practicing of the kneel-down formation, the victory formation. We've got a game in hand, and that's all they're going to want to do now. They'll put someone back deep just in case something goes haywire. But all in all, take the snap, kneel down, and shake hands. Yes, get out of there.
So a victory here for the Miami Dolphins, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people and gain a lot of. But now it's about taking the ball away, taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this.
Hey, everybody, it's the coach. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Coach, some of those in the silver-haired community would say it's a great day for golf, and it is, don't get me wrong, but we say it's a great day for football, and the roof is wide open here in Glendale at State Farm Stadium. Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the New York Jets and the Arizona Cardinals. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. So out come the Cardinals now for their opening drive. They'll be led out by their quarterback out of Fresno State. It's the Pro Bowler, Derek Carr.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
One touchdown, one pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe leans on a few other parts of the offense, and hopefully springs a receiver or two free.
On the delay, it's Mixon. Goes spinning away, and he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags.
Defense.
Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that would look pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 12 yards to pick up. Good enough for an Arizona first.
They did tell us they wanted to establish a ground game early, didn't they?
They did, in a small sample size that we've seen so far, but pretty good return.
Yeah, you got to like that. They've strung together a couple of first downs, established what they wanted, the running game. And guess what? They also got their lead guy running it pretty well, too.
That throw good for 4. It's second down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that's set. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. Throwing his car on 3rd down. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Looked like he had a couple of different options. Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. The numbers for Zeke from last week. 12 carries, 58 yards.
They've lost a bunch of games in a row now. They've got to start thinking a little bit differently, maybe a little bit outside of the box.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Now on 3rd down, that pass knocked down in the backfield and incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
42-yard punt, 6 on the return. And the Cards will take over, 1st and 10. So from the 39. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
After the penalty, it's Mixon. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. On 3rd down, Carr. That one complete to Yeldon. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage. So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. This officially a 55-yard attempt. That's leaking to the right, and he missed it by a foot or two. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it, and this one winds up no good.
They start on the ground with Elliott, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's second and 12. Elliott. And shedding the tackle, and now some room. And he'll get it across midfield and down into Cardinal territory. The Cards going nickel. An extra defensive back out there now on third down. Jackson from the shotgun. On the move to his left. He can run for it, and he will. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first. And now Jackson will look to throw it. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. Here's second and 10 now from the 29. Jackson now to throw again. Forced out to his left. And now he's going to use his legs. On third and 1, Jackson buying time to his left. He may try and run for this. And he is out of bounds, looks like right at the 15. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the first. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Jackson now off the bootleg. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Poyer. And he'll be brought down at his own 10-yard line. They're trying to resurrect his confidence. Last week was a disaster. 5 interceptions in that loss, and another pick there.
I played with a quarterback like this before, and he had a tough game, and the head coach said, I'll take him, I'll fix him. The very next game, he started out the exact same way. The head coach turned to the offense.
And he's going to be taken down, sacked back at the 2.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
And he'll find a little space. He gets us up near the 10. They get 6 yards back on the run, but still have a third and long situation forthcoming.
Make no mistake about it, that's a really dangerous place to run that play. But
Mixon hit, and the ball is out. And he takes it to the house. It's a fumble recovery for a Jet touchdown. Even the great ones, some of the best, they're not immune to the fumble, and here it really hurts them.
If the ball gets away from any runner's body, that's when the defense pokes at it, swipes at it, swats at it, and finds a way to create a big play for themselves.
Here's Jordan Berry now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. So a short drop, but he's able to get it out, and this is a good kick.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
They knew they were going to have great field position, went all out, got a little too aggressive.
And you have to understand your angles. They're cut down. When they're that backed up, you've got to be careful going after him.
It's Mixon on the counter. And some room to roam now. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
Now that's how you start to get back in the good graces of your head coach. Remember, he fumbled on the last possession. How about the fake they showed him, giving him the ball again, and he repaid him, picking up a first down.
And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Throwing on second down. Carr, he's got his man. It's Andrews. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. It's a gain of 11 and a Cardinal first down.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of a defense.
Mixon with a first down carry. Some extra space following the display of power. Down just inside the 45. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Throwing on 2nd and 3. Carr got him in. It's Brown. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line.
Defense.
So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they'll march off another 15 against your squad.
And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Call it a pickup of 7, and it'll make it a second down. To throw again on second down. Carr to the end zone, but it's incomplete. The game clock sitting at 2:02, so they'll get one play before the 2-minute warning. Carr going to try and throw on third down. And unable to connect. If he had caught it, it would have been a first down. Instead, it's 4th. Second quarter action. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. DeMarcus Lawrence has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Now it's Jackson. And he's got Ezekiel Elliott. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Now Jackson on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Jackson now being chased out left. He's going to take off with it. Good yardage there on the scramble, and all of a sudden they're left with a 3rd and 2, much more manageable. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And Elliott trying to work his way forward, but it looks like he did not make it. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. And they're going to at least line up to go for it here on 4th down. Here we go on 4th down with Jackson. He's got his tight end, David Njoku. And he's got the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 49. Well, they deemed it 4-down territory, and they got 4 yards to pick up the first. Throwing now, Jackson on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. DeMarcus Lawrence racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Now Jackson. And the pressure gets to him again. DeMarcus Lawrence racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. So a couple of field goals due to time constraints. We move you forward in today's broadcast to the beginning of the 3rd quarter. Boswell on now to kick this one away. The This is taken at his 4. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
And they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the third quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. That's good for a Jet first down, a gain of 13. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. He's got Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And the Cardinals have got it, going the other way. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line.
I know that taking care of the football is something that's drummed into every guy who plays this position, no matter what, whether he's running it, in the pocket, out of the pocket. But it's almost surprising to me that there aren't more fumbles by that position because of the way that they get attacked on each and every play.
Now, we had the fumble last week. Now, here's 2 weeks in a row with a fumble loss.
Concentration has got to be there, and he's got to understand how much time he has to take care of a play, and maybe his clock is off just a little bit.
And he gets this all the way inside the Jets' 20 into the red zone. A huge play there for Arizona. 41 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Give him maybe a yard, quite the opposite from the previous big gainer. On 2nd down now, Mixon. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. To throw on 3rd down, Carr. They'll set up the screen to Smith. And he'll only get this to the 14 as he'll come up well short of the 1st down. Well contained there defensively. The screen gets only... They'll start the drive with Elliott. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Now as we look down, it appears we've got a Jet shaking up on the play. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
To throw again on 2nd down. Jackson, he's got Njoku, his big tight end. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. David Njoku, his 5th touchdown now on the year. As they have now chopped this lead down to 3. Will Lutz on for the point after. And they're back within a couple at 9-7 now.
Makes the score Dolphins 9, Jets 7. Will Lutz set up.